Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. What's going on? What is going on to all my embracers out there? This is Grace from Embrace the Grace. And we got another one. So, what are we talking about today? What are we talking about this afternoon? And we got another one. We're talking about why women don't want to cook and clean for their husband. Why does it seem to be slavery or a chore? I mean, let's talk about that. That needs to be embraced because you got to eat. You got to be able to compromise. You got to be able to be reasonable. And yes, things have changed, but are they changing for the better or we all over the place? I mean, let's talk about it. For anybody whose first time is here, thank you for coming. I appreciate the support as always. Hey, there go my girl Almond. Hey y'all. I liked your comment that you wrote. Can you please rewrite it here? Because if I was doing a comment of the show, you would already be a runner up. And that's for real, for real. So with that being said, guys, I try here to embrace things that we need to talk about, that we need to resolve, that we need to express and be able to talk about it in a respectful way with no sign language. And anybody that knows me should know what sign language means. And if you don't know what sign language means, then you don't know me. So therefore, if you don't know me, I think you need to like, subscribe, and share so you can get to know me. Hmm. But the fact remains is that, so much have changed in today's world. And are we changing with them for the better or for the worse? So with that being said, let's embrace this topic. I mean, I had to like do a lot of soul searching about this too because I wasn't perfect. I don't think personally I was hands-on raised to be a wife, but I saw it. I saw it happen in front of me. I was required to practice that practice. So it comes naturally to me, but times have changed. Women work now. When we work, we get tired too. And when we're tired, we don't feel like cooking too. Back in the days, the wife stayed at home, tended to the kids, the man did what he had to do, and she had to do what she had to do. But a lot of things and variables changed that. And I think that it didn't change it for the better because look at where we're at right now. I'm just saying. I got to give a shout out to my coworker when she said, "You know what? You talk about things that are thought provoking." Yeah, I said, "I like that. I got to embrace that." And she's way younger than me. And just to know that I was able to provoke her thought process and think about things and be like, maybe there is a better way to do something. Maybe it's a better way to learn from somebody who's fucked up. Hey, Almond. I don't know if I said it, but hey, y'all. Thank you for coming in. I need to get with you so I can mod you up on this. I've been told you that, but we'll get back to it in the collabo. So, with that being said, I think that we need to communicate more about what things, or I liked what I heard today, or what systems need to be in place to make the situation run like a well oiled machine. I mean, I'm just saying. And you can either accept it or reject it. For real. So I asked around and talked to people, and you gotta communicate and see what they say and what people are saying out there and what people are not saying out there. Because when you don't talk about it and you don't find solutions and you don't make the arrangement, and you don't keep the arrangement and stay consistent, how things get messed up. There go my girl. She said we will get up. We do need to collaborate. This needs to be explored. Absolutely. A lot needs to be explored. Because, and look, guys, I have to do a disclosure. That was funny when I was on somebody's podcast and they said, well, you got to make sure you're a disclosure because people get in their feelings and stuff. Da, 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 da. And like, yeah, you're right. I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm gonna put a disclosure out there right now. I'm not certified. I am just a no, I'm not gonna say regular because I'm not regular. Um I'm not just out here talking shit. I mean, I do my research, I talk to people, life experience to try to teach and motivate you guys. And I learn and get motivated from you guys. And we work together. Okay, I mean, I said, I also think in some cases, I'm thinking you're trying to say chaos is automatically assumed by men, so there is not a discussion before marriage about this. And you know what? You see, you already hit it in the nail. And one of my supporters that stays supporting me, Gary D, he's like communication. It's the biggest thing, communication. Yeah. If you want to communicate with that person. Because that's what people say communication, but then they don't communicate. So that's another issue. Okay, so with that being said, I asked some women, and I just want to go over some of the things that they said, and it takes too much time. It takes too much time to cook and clean. Yeah, and then especially when you're tired. I mean, I'm not defending any position. We all know that the base foundation that woman tends to the house, the man provides, but that has changed in our culture. So therefore, it has to interchange. But there's not a balance. There's an imbalance. I was part of that imbalance. I mean, we had an arrangement when I was married that I worked and he stayed at home, but he worked as well. So since he was home more, it just made more sense. I mean, I'm just saying, yeah, you can't have a traditional and a modern. I know this may sound weird, but I gotta talk about women too. I'm a woman. You can't expect for one person to do 80% and still bring 100% when you're only bringing 50%. I mean, it don't add up. The numbers don't add up. The energy. So with that being said, takes too much time, lack of help. There's no reciprocation going on, and they feel unappreciated. This is what some women are saying. Like, hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying. Um, I'm just going over my notes. Dirty, time consuming, and underappreciated. See, I just wrote exactly what people are saying verbatim, and you will see that some things are repetitive. Exhausted from work and have no or little to no help when cooking. I mean, I'm just never got exposure to cooking. That's a you hear about it, but when you hear about it and you write it down, never got exposure to cooking. So does it make sense? that less women cook because they never got exposure to cook? Uh-oh. Let me see. I got a guest on the show. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, good afternoon, Gary.
How you doing, Grace? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm here doing my thing.
Yeah.
I got it. I got into it. I started. So, Gary, before we start, go ahead and introduce yourself and let people know where we can find you. Gary is a long time supporter now. He's been there. He's been there, and
uh,
let the people know.
good afternoon, everyone, on this Super Bowl day. My name is Gary D. I'm president of Boardwalk Global Media. We're a podcast and boutique multimedia entertainment company. We do a couple of podcasts every week. Um, I'm also owner of ESI Global Group, which is an entertainment management and consulting company. Um, and I just support Grace in what she's doing. I like what she's doing. She's having the real conversations. You could actually catch me on my main podcast every Friday, which is called The Real Discussion. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, and we have a lot of real topics, and we have basically the real discussions. So again, I want to thank Grace for having me, and like I said, she always has my continued support.
All righty then. Well, thank you so much for that. So, Gary, do you know what we're talking about today?
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts on what we're talking about today? What are you getting from when you see the topic of today?
Well, I mean, it's from what I've seen, with some of the women that I know, some women that my friends have married, and just even I guess if you want to call it indirect research, um, there's this idea that some women feel that they don't need to do that, right? They don't feel that they want to uh, do the domestic stuff. Now, if you're, it may be a little different if you and your husband are in a higher tax bracket and you could hire a cook and a maid, right? That may be a little different, but for regular people, I mean, you have some of these women that I guess they have it in their mind that you know, they don't need to be doing that. And I do hear of, well, they got to take care of the kids and nobody's helping them. Well, I, to me, it's like, what kind of man are you marrying that you're not? Because a marriage is supposed to be like a partnership, right? And I think that it should be, or in the ideal world, things are supposed to work out where the husband and wife sort of help each other so the wife doesn't feel that she's um, overwhelmed. Because I listen, to work every day, a 9 to 5, and come home and take care of the kids and do all that stuff. Yes, that's a hell of a lot. That's a hell of a lot. And that's completely understandable. Now, there's some women who feel that they should do that with no problem. Then there's some men who feel that, well, if my wife is doing all of this, then like I need to help her, right? But I think that nowadays there's just a mentality where a good deal of these women, they don't feel that they should do it. Like they don't. It's it's like you get up and do it yourself, right? Or that's the attitude that they have to their boyfriend or their husband, or fiance. And so it's and the interesting thing is they want to be treated. So it's sort of a double-edged sword. Um, they want to be treated in the traditional way, but they don't want to act that way, right? So it's pretty interesting.
Make that make sense.
Exactly. Make it make sense.
Well, it's the same concept that they're independent boss chicks, but then you have to take care of all my bills and pay all my bills. I'm like, wait, but which one
Yeah,
is
you
it?
can't have it both ways.
Yeah,
You
I
can't have it. You can't have it both ways. If this is what you tell me that you are, then I'm going to hold you to that, right? Don't come and tell me something else.
You're absolutely right. So hold on. Amin I's got a statement here. It says the goal is 200%, 200, not 100. Each person gives 100%. Yeah, I mean it's the good old saying, teamwork makes the dream work.
Right.
Is it? And I know that things have changed because women are working. So Gary, before you chimed in, I was going down a list because I was asking people, oh, what do you think about cooking and cleaning in a marriage, and does it feel like a chore, slavery? So I'm just going down the list, and it was one. It says takes too much time, lack of help, and they feel unappreciated.
But again, it goes back to what type of man are you marrying, right? You feel unappreciated. Or what type of man are you dating, or you're in a relationship and you're feeling unappreciated? I mean, my logic tells me I'm not going to be in a relationship with someone that I feel unappreciated with.
So we're going to continue to go down the list. It says dirty, time consuming, underappreciated. There's the same word again. Let me keep going. Exhausted from work, have little to no help with cooking. But this one really like got to me. This one said never got exposure to cooking. That kind of like wow. So you see what I'm like? You never got exposure. So how did you eat? Who ate in the house?
Well, then I think that begs the question: what did the person see in the house? Mommy wasn't cooking, grandma wasn't cooking, auntie wasn't cooking. What, she didn't have any of those, or even whoever was the older female, they weren't cooking, or even whoever was the older male, they wasn't cooking. So it's pretty interesting. There's some questions there.
Okay, Gary, before we go on that thought, let me introduce my boy JVJ from the JVJ Network. And JVJ, let's talk. Jay, let people know where we can find you and what's going on.
What's up, everybody? I wasn't ready, Grace. That's why I had this finger
Oh,
up, and I was like, no, 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 no.
my
But
bad.
either way, we here, we here, we here. How y'all doing? How's everybody doing today?
We're good. Gary D, this is JVJ. JVJ, this is Gary D.
What's
He
up?
has
What's
been
up?
he doesn't like me to use this word, so I'll just say YouTube mentor. Let's just say that
No,
one.
don't even say that.
I learned a lot from you, and I'm gonna give you your flowers now. So how about that?
I don't like flowers,
Anyway,
man. Give me some
so
OE.
oh, so tell me, Jay, what do you think about the females nowadays with the concept of cooking and cleaning is a chore and it's slavery? And you've heard it before.
Yeah, it's not slavery, man. Every functioning human being should know how to cook and clean, at least for themselves. And
It's a
then when it
basic
comes,
survival skill, right?
yeah, yeah, I wouldn't even call it survival, but it's a basic. Well, yeah, in the day and time that we live in right now, where everything's modernized. But yeah, everybody should know how to cook and clean. Like, I don't think that's a problem. I think the real problem comes in when it comes down to doing it for somebody else and being required to do it for them. I think women have a problem with that. It's like, I don't want to be obligated to have to cook and clean for this guy.
But you have to be obligated to protect and provide.
Yeah, that's the conundrum that you run into.
I mean, make it make sense. I see any ladies in my audience right now. If you want to learn about men, you got to talk to the men. The women are not going to teach you about men because y'all barely know what the fuck is going on now. So why would I go to somebody that don't know versus the people? The men are going to tell you like it is. It's a basic skill. So I was going down a list, Jay, just asking people randomly. I didn't do stats or whatever. I just want to hear you. I want you to hear me. What are people saying out there? What are the females saying out there? Exhausted from work and have no little help with cooking.
Mhm.
Takes too much time, lack of help, and not being appreciated. But the one that really got to me, Jay, and that's where me and Gary was at before you chimed in, is they never got exposure to cooking. Never got I mean, that kind of like took me back. I gotta do that comment, and the video that I'm gonna show was like, no, we gotta talk about this. We gotta embrace this for a minute, because a lot of people realized during the pandemic that a lot of people didn't know how to cook. And when they have no choice but to cook, I mean, I tell my son all the time, you love to eat, you better get you one that know how to cook. That twerking and stuff is cute for a minute, but what happens when you're hungry?
Look, my mother, when I was a kid, had to be, I don't know, 10, 9 or 10. My mom is like, you know, you're gonna stand here and watch me cook. And me at 10 years old, that's for girls, right? So, right, but my mother said, look, when you get older, I don't want you to have to I don't want you to have to rely on a woman to cook for you. So they're gonna be times when you're gonna be by yourself. I want you to be able to learn how to cook. So, I wind up learning how to cook.
And that's good.
I
That's a
like I
good,
like this you I
basic
like
life
this you
skill.
said that because I had a similar experience. It's my mom and my grandma. And we used to get together for family gatherings, whatever. And they from the country. Like I'm talking about bum F word country, like chickens and stuff running in the backyard. But when they would cook, they would tell the kids to get out, but they would ask ahead of time, anybody want to help us cook? And I always knew that when they were baking stuff like Thanksgiving or Christmas or something like that, you used to be able to lick the bowl or whatever.
That's right. That's facts.
Yeah,
That's right.
whatever pie they were
Yes, yeah,
making,
I'll stay
and
behind.
and that
Facts.
was when I ate sweets. So I used to sit my butt in there with them, and they would help. They would tell me to do certain stuff like pluck these peas or do this or do that, and I slowly started learning to cook, and I started to like it all for just licking this bowl. And every guy, like you said, every guy should know, like your
Mhm.
grandma telling you, your mom telling you, like you should know how to be able to cook for yourself. Don't rely on somebody else to do that for you. And then I think that's more of a man thing, anyways. Like most dudes have a certain level of ego, so they don't want to be looked down upon. So it's better for you to learn other things, so you don't have to rely on other people to do it. And that kind of keeps your ego in check. Because men have an ego problem too. Like I think women have a worse one, but you know, that's
Of
that's
course,
that's for
of course they
the. I'm
do.
just saying, man. I see women that think they deserve stuff for not doing anything. I'm like, I don't know if that's ego or something else. I don't know what
That
you call
is
that,
that is ego.
but
But that was a deep one. Never got exposure to cooking. So, but we have YouTube now, and we have a lot of cooking shows. What did the Godfather used to say? Rest in peace. Get a cook. Do you have a cookbook?
yeah, where the cookbook at?
Yeah. Well, now, yeah, I mean, now there's YouTube, and even on so YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and actually Facebook,
TikTok.
they got the full videos where all these different cooking videos. So now there's no excuse.
Now, this one was silly to me. Just don't like to get their hands wet or oily. Well, if you're cooking, I mean, I get it. I don't like to deal with the raw meat, so I usually have the supermarket cut everything up for me nice, and I just got to come in and wash it, season it, and
Well,
clean it up. So,
there's gloves that you could wear. There's the black gloves that you could wear when you
hey,
season.
don't shoot the mess. I'm just reading.
I'm just
Let's say
saying.
everyone should be involved with preparing the family meal.
Yeah.
It's the job of everyone that wants to eat. Depends on work-life balance. Most are working class with extended hours to find. So, I mean, yeah, things have changed. Let me ask you guys a question. Do y'all still believe in gender roles? Eee.
Do I believe in gender? I mean, to an extent, yeah. I mean, what but I think in this day and age, things are a bit different, right? Um, but for the most part, I mean, there's certain things that yeah, women do, certain things that men do. But like I said, in this day and age, things are in certain areas are different. Certain areas lines get blurred. So yeah, it's interesting now.
What about you, Jay? Do you still believe in gender roles?
Yep.
I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah, but you realize that things have changed and gender roles act, you know,
It's everybody
like
else's problem.
what?
That's everybody else's problem. Like the people
What?
that actually conform to gender roles and do what they're supposed to do as a man, do what they're supposed to do as a woman, they kind of seem to have the most successful marriages, the most successful relationships. Everybody else out here trying to change the games, like, well, society's changed, times have changed. Who cares about that? The only reason it changed because you had a lot of people that agreed to the nonsense. We had a long track record of things working. Like, back in the day, the argument was like to go against the traditional role was that men are misogynistic. What do women still say to this day when they can work as much as they want, do whatever they want to do, have sex as many people as they want to? What is the number one thing they still say about men?
What is the number one thing? Well, I know women want to
They're
be
still
like men.
misogynistic.
They're being men.
So the argument was capped from the get-go, right? I believe there are men that are misogynistic, and I believe there are a lot of women that are misandrous, but a lot of people don't even know what that word is. I believe in gender roles because we have a long track record of it working. A man and a woman. A woman, even in the Bible, it says a woman's supposed to be a man's helpmeet, not the leader, not the boss bee, not none of that stuff that we talk about right now with society changing. We both have roles we have to play. And I always tell them, man, look, you wanna run it, you wanna do what you want to do, whatever hell, I'm fine with that. All right. Somebody bust into this house at 3 o'clock in the morning, you go handle that. I'm gonna stay up here with the kids. And every woman's gonna say, no, I'm not doing that. And the dumb ones will say, yeah, I'll go handle that, and I'll put them in that situation. I ain't saying they gonna die or nothing like that, but I'm saying I'll put them in a situation where like my boy's gonna come in with boxing gloves and bop your goofy ass. Like, stop playing with yourself. There are reasons why we do certain things a certain type of way. We've done it for a long time. Right now, we're trying to socially engineer a lot of
Mm.
new concepts and stuff, and it's not doing good for us. The family structure is breaking down. Like 80% of all children, just not black, white, whatever the hell, all children in the United States are born out of wedlock. That's from a lack of
There's
80%.
family.
there's a
80%.
yeah, and you said a key word there, social engineering. There's a institute in London called the Tavistock Institute. I don't know if you know about it, but Google it, YouTube it. Tavistock Institute, they do social engineering. Every major corporation, country, like what phone you buy, what car, what clothes you wear, shows you watch, where you want to travel, all of that shit. All these Fortune 500 companies, they have a contract, if you will, with the Tavistock Institute to do all these focus groups. So when my brother here is talking about social engineering, people don't even understand on the magnitude that it's being done on.
Yep. So
It's
let me get
dramatic.
to the comments because I'm way behind. Hold on, guys.
Yeah, girl, Grace, you
So
slacking.
yeah, PA Texas, that's cool. I'm weird though, because not being able to cook isn't a deal breaker for me. The weight of my heart is through my nuts. Wow. Oh wow. Okay, thank you, PA Texas. Then I'm in came up and said marriage is not a partnership. And she keeps going. I like it. Hiring people is how your husband loses respect and starts cheating. Guess yeah, I don't learn anything from Gwen Stefani. Okay. And then she continued to. Oh, hi Grace, how are you? This is a curse that we have to fight against, not a blessing to embrace. I know that's right. So now we caught up, but it's changed, guys. Y'all know that we work now. We get tired. There's a lot of single households, and it starts with that. That's like when Jay was saying, and the family unit has deteriorated. And because the family unit has deteriorated, we are in a cesspool of fuckery. Excuse my language, sorry. But that's what it is. And our
It's
kids,
your show.
they lost in the sauce.
But
And just to make a meal. I remember I appreciate this now. I remember until I was 14 years old, I would have dinner with my parents every day at 6:30 p.m. My dad used to say, "Don't let the lights catch you home." I better be home before the street lights came on.
mhm.
That meant something. Families don't even have dinner together. They don't eat together anymore. I thought COVID would have changed that because that's what happened. People were forced to do that, and still, right back to the bullshit.
COVID,
So
COVID ruined a lot of relationships. It forced people it forced couples to stay home and actually deal with each other, right? Because if you're working all day and he's working all day, y'all never get to see each other. So now here it is, COVID, both of y'all stuck at home. So y'all got to deal with each other and don't even know how to deal with each other.
because y'all never really dealt with each other.
Exactly.
So what do you do? What is the solution? You guys do understand that in order for things to get right and better, it's going to be up to y'all.
Well, here's the thing. I always say this, what type of partners are women choosing? Right? Because there's the idea, like this guy, you may see a guy, he may look great or what have you, your type, your idea of how he's supposed to be or should be, and then the reality versus how he is. I think, in my
You got a
opinion,
lot of slim pickings out there. There's not a lot of good choices out there for women. I mean, I know a woman my age, the pickings get real slim, but I know, but it all starts from single parent households. You're not producing the adults you're supposed to produce in order to keep the engine running, and that's what's going on. And we're getting so lost from just basic life skills of cooking and cleaning. That's what kept the marriage together. But my thing is things have changed, and we got to change with it for the better, or we got to stick to what worked. And what worked was what worked back then. I know I skipped a lot of comments, guys. We're just getting into the conversation. Y'all hitting me. Stop laughing, Jay. Okay, so it is what it is. Yeah, I did. Ooh. It's a lot of comments. Marriages, I did that. You sign up hiring people, I did that. You I haven't even shown the clips. I have some clips to show you guys. I don't do nothing without a clip. So let's go to the clip. Let's do that. Which one? Okay.
Hold on. Before you go to it, Almond wrote something. Hey,
Yeah.
Almond, I got a bone to pick with you. But she said, women don't choose husbands, men choose wives.
She's delusional.
I'm about to say, I was about to ask y'all, do y'all agree with that?
No, women.
Okay, hold on. I had the button on the share screen. Let me.
It's
Men don't choose husbands. Men choose wives. A man that findeth the wife findeth a good thing. So she is right. Y'all the ones that find us. But there are no wifey material out there enough anymore, I think.
So you agree, Grace? You agree
with
her statement? Her statement.
Women don't choose husbands. Men choose wives.
Choose
wives. Y'all pick us.
You agree with that?
A man that findeth the wife findeth a good thing. You find us first. You guys we have access to sex. You have access to relationships and marriage.
All
I know
right.
that.
What about Gary? Gary, do you agree with the statement?
Do I agree with it cut off a bit?
Do you agree with women don't choose husbands, men choose wives?
Men, what I will say is that men, I think we like to feel that we like to choose our wife, but even in so when it comes to a woman that we're dealing with and we are dating her, let's start with that. She has to accept, right? She has to accept that, okay, I'm going to be dating this guy. So now if things go wonderfully well and you get to the point where you want to marry her, then of course the man is going to do the proper thing and propose. But before it even gets to that point, if he picks her and she doesn't want to, he's not her type or what have you, then nothing's going to happen.
I'm so glad you said that right there, because I did a whole short on this topic right here. At the end of the day, women choose everything. Y'all choose everything. Like when it comes to like relationships, marriages, anything like that, y'all choose it all. We can choose to talk to you, just like what Gary said. We can choose to talk to you, but it's on you to accept it. So at the end of the day, I can choose that I want to play in the NFL right now. Put me in the Super Bowl. Is the NFL or any of those teams going to accept me? I can choose to do whatever the hell I want to do. That don't mean that I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it. Women have the ultimate choice. Because men can want. I would change it from men choose women. Men want women. And women choose to deal with them or not.
Here's the thing. If I could chime in on the end of that. With most women, like, how many guys have you turned down that actually tried to genuinely talk to you? And in those many guys, don't you think that there was, a couple of good ones that you probably missed or you just didn't want to talk to? So, I mean, there's some guys who's really trying to shoot the shot, like a good shot or even a great shot. But to you, he may not be your type. He may not, he may not be your type for whatever reason.
What I do? So, he's always talking about me. What I do?
I didn't mean it, but thank you for looking over the comments.
I'm gonna keep doing them while we talking. I just click on them. But go ahead, Grace.
I just think that yes, I still believe in gender roles, but at the same time, things have to have changed because women are working out. I have never been in a relationship where I got to stay home and just take care of a home. I always had to work.
It's because you chose. And
I did my part at the house. I did my part at the house, and I did my part at work, and did what I had to do.
I'm going glass.
So I can't even speak about that luxury.
Okay. But then there's a lot of women out there that they want to be the stay-home wife, right? I guess they want to have the word wife or the term wife, but they don't want to do anything.
Most women are lazy.
So on that note,
I'm just being honest with you.
Look, this first video that I'm going to show you, this is what really prompted me to do this podcast about this, because this was heavy, and
I don't like the
us women need to like really sit on this. So let me put this
on it
for you guys.
And hold on, Alma said she not talking about me, and said, "And what's your bone? You bring your butt up here in the back chat, and I'll tell you." All right, you got to share, Grace. Now you got to do is full screen that thing. Ooh-wee. Or put us aside, whichever one you want. There you go. You know. Grace, you got headphones in?
Yes.
All right, you
I'm
good.
trying to get back.
Hey y'all, hey, and welcome back.
Hey y'all.
Now, before we get into the video I have coming up, I need y'all to like
Wait,
the
this is
video,
not the video.
follow the page, and please leave a comment. I want to hear y'all opinions on the topics I cover, okay? Now, this will also help page grow,
No,
my
this is
YouTube
the video. Hold
channel
on a
and
second.
Instagram grow, so we can continue to
Really?
No, you was good. Just fat. Oh,
Go
what you on
over
Instagram or something?
send it to what's the
Let me stop shit. No, I had a YouTube video. Let me.
Hey, do what you do. I'll read your comments.
No,
Almond
my
said,
stuff was from YouTube.
oh, you good. Almond said, black women have always worked. That is 100% true. Ain't been a time in the United States of America. Matter of fact, it ain't been a time in history, I think, that black women haven't worked. I believe all women have worked, but I believe black women have worked harder than most. Melanated women have worked harder than most over a longer period of time. See, Almond's in the building.
What the problem is?
I'm
Yeah,
looking
look
for
at
the
it
video,
coming in here all aggressive.
What the problem
This
is?
is the video that I have to
You
play
already
this
know.
video
You
because
know.
this is
I
what
am not
prompted me.
aggressive.
You not what, Almond?
Hold on.
Almond, what you said?
What?
Say that again, Almond.
I said, now you already know I'm not aggressive.
I don't know about that. But you don't come around and mess with your boy, man. I don't see you in the chat. I don't see you around these parts no more.
And
Yeah,
I had a lot going on. I had to pull some things together.
going on, girl.
I had to keep some straight A's going, but I'm good.
I be
I
around
got
here.
you.
I be
I ain't
around
forgot
here.
about you.
Nah,
I
I don't
peep
want to hear
in.
that. I don't want to hear that.
That's what we doing.
I be all around YouTube, and I see Almond everywhere around YouTube.
Hold on, guys. Be
But-
patient with me.
Well, Almond, look, we good because me and Almond picking our beef off right now. Almond done just deserted my channel. She don't even.
I have not deserted your channel.
She just did me dirty and didn't even tell me what I did.
It ain't like that. It is.
I be
not
like, what did
that.
I do? What did I
You
do?
ain't do that. You ain't do nothing. You ain't do nothing.
Hurt my
I
feelings.
had business I had to take care of.
You just hurt my feelings.
Really?
Just put it like that. I'm in my sense. If y'all say y'all want men to express their emotions, I'm expressing right now. My feelings are hurt.
Okay. It has been received.
Okay.
And that was not my intent.
Can you hear it?
We don't cook for our man.
Yeah, Grace, you
We
good.
not doing
Hit the full
extra
screen
for
button.
him.
Guys, can you hear the video?
Cooking is
Yeah.
extra.
Yeah, we
I'm
can
not
hear it.
fixing plates. I'm not doing this. And on the surface, this is a petty thing that I don't know why the women are arguing about it. And the men
The Crimson Pure. She's
where in this state of
doing
refusal
good things
to
around
do
here.
anything, so-called extra around the house. There are several different reasons, excuses given as to this is unthinkable, this is unimaginable, this is unreasonable expectation that a husband should have of his wife. Will I work? Will I take care of kids? And none of that is a reasonable excuse because you work and you take care of kids, but you eat. You eat. You work and you take care of kids, the kids eat. The husband just don't eat. So it's not about not having time. It's not about not having energy. It's not about any of those things. It's not about any of that. If she is a housewife, if you have a woman who you married to, and she argue with you about cooking, she argue with you about fixing plates for you, she always got some excuse. She won't do it. She refuses to do it. And there are no good reasons why. There aren't any reasons why. There are no reasons why. then
heard that, ladies?
you might have a different problem. You've got another problem.
We got a whole set
than
of
the
problems.
cooking. And to the ladies, stop fronting and acting like there's something else happening. If you are one of these ladies who absolutely refuse to cook their husband a meal or to fix a plate or do any of that stuff, you're not doing none of that stuff because that is beneath you or that is extra or you don't want to or you ain't gonna because he don't deserve it because why should you and all of these other types of things. Lead in the power about you not liking him and you not loving him and you not valuing even the small effort into building a relationship with him. Have the real conversation with him. I mean about what he do or don't do. Fixing food or cooking for your husband isn't about whether he pay bills in a 2-bedroom in the hood or he paid a mortgage in a 4-bedroom in the suburbs. That don't have nothing to do with that. That don't have anything to do. You sure it's called a small kindness. It's a small kindness. Small kindnesses that you do with people are stemmed out of the love you have for that. Not more he don't do is because your kids don't do none of that. And they get a plate. Plates for my brothers. I have fixed plates for my father. I have fixed plates for friends. I have fixed plates for small and other folks wanted food. And those people wasn't doing nothing for me. Those people wasn't a piece of chicken on that plate. Thought they because small kindnesses stem out of love. And they stem out of love coming from two places. Either the love you have for that individual or the love you have for God.
You got a super lag, Grace.
This is why this is the real issue.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to say you gotta. Yeah, I'm about to say.
Yeah, Chris will be giving it some facts. But my thing is this right here, though. It goes back to what I was saying earlier. If you are a man and you dating a woman and she won't fix you a plate, y'all dating, why would you expect her to fix your plate when y'all get married? See, that goes back to the guy. Y'all need to have that conversation way back when. We shouldn't be married and still talking about fixing plates.
You
that should have been aggressive. Way back when. I'm just saying.
But see what I was saying earlier was back when you're dating, like, first of all, any responsible, respectable man is not going to propose to a woman that he doesn't feel is going to be his wife, right? Like, so prior to him proposing to her, if she's doing all the wifely things, like, you know, cooking dinner and like all the wonderful things that go with that, right? And in a man's mind, he's like, well, wow, like I think I'm really in love with her. She's doing all these things. She's, she could be my wife. Look at what she's doing. So why would it even put a ring on her finger if she's not doing that beforehand?
Okay, well, I have
That
to say
part.
most of the men that I come in contact with in this day and age in this generation, that's what's happening. They not cooking and cleaning anything beforehand, but then you still wanting to marry them because of something else, and then you
But
expecting all of this to go on.
Because
well, see,
they fine
we're
as
in a
hell.
day and age. Well, we're in a well, clearly now, this age that we're in now, there's a lot of different kind of men, a lot of different kind of women. So, morals, priorities, things like that are screwed up, which goes back to what my brother said, this whole social engineering thing.
So, guys, I'm going to continue to go down the list of what I gathered together. It says it depends on work-life balance. Most working class with extended work hours find it harder to put together meals. Okay. Then I was asking some people, would you date a
School
woman
and
that
I
can't cook?
cook. That's crap. That's
What was
lazy.
that?
That's lazy. That's crap. My mom worked.
And you're right,
She
because
cooked. I work. I cook. That's crap. You do what you want to do. Cooking is not hard if you know what you're doing.
It goes back to
It's
my
not hard to learn
statement
how to
earlier.
cook
it's hard if you
if
don't
you
know what
don't.
you're doing.
It goes back to my
Again,
statement
still, we
earlier.
got Rachel Ray made millions of dollars on 30-minute meals. Shoot, I done cut her 30-minute meals, half of them, some down to 15. That's because I know what I'm doing. So, I mean, if you want to do it, it's a way to do it. Meal prep,
You're absolutely
Hello
right.
Fresh. If you want to get it done, it'll get done. So that's just an excuse. If they have all the time in the world, they out here trying to figure out how to get these Beyonce tickets. They got all this time in the world to be on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Talking trash about Kevin Samuels. Take that time and cook. All
They
this time to
lazy.
be on here talking about he did this, he did that, and my baby daddy ain't shit, and all of this, and who
All
take
he's
that
saying
time
is
and
go
learn how to
get a
cook.
cookbook.
Well, look. So now, I mean, look. With
All he
with
was
our
trying to tell us was
parents,
go get a cookbook.
like even look
For real.
with
You got
with
Google.
with our parents and grandparents, they cook from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got stuff that you could buy in the freezer and just warm it up. They don't even want to do that.
That's true, because I don't participate with that. I cook from scratch. People be looking at me crazy because I don't have an air fryer. I use the stove. I don't use the crock pot. None of that.
The
We
crock
the
pot actually
stove in
come in handy.
the oven. That's what
Don't
we
be
use around here.
Almond, don't be shitting on the crock
I
pot,
use a crock
man.
pot, but
I'm
crock pot has
just
been
my
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 lifesaver.
grandmama did not allow that. She was like, no. So that just continued on. Crock pot is for transporting stuff back and forth to
Girl,
a
I know how to
gathering
cook
in my
greens in a
family.
crock
We
pot.
don't crock pot cook.
Check it. What if you was planning like weekly meals or whatever, and you was like, man, I'm gonna do a pot roast for them on Thursday, but I gotta go to work, so I'm gonna go ahead and prep all the meat and all the vegetables, everything ready to
Yeah,
go, so
you
I can get up,
and I do
drop it
that,
in
and I put it in the oven, and I set the timer for the oven. So when
Yo,
I get
burn your
back
house
here,
down,
it's good to
Almond.
go. I don't need no
You
crock
gonna
pot.
burn the house down.
We ain't gotta burn no house down. I know what I'm doing.
Hey, look, I feel you on that. Look, man, most of the girls
Let
are
me
lazy
keep going
nowadays.
down the list, guys. Then one guy says, I asked him the question, would you date a woman that can't cook? And he
Nope.
said, depending solely on where she's willing to learn, it's a basic life skill, or either you're lazy and you're just used to eating unhealthy eating habits. Every functional adult should have cooking skills to feed themselves. I mean, that's, yeah,
He didn't answer the
that's one of
question.
my,
That was all around the
that's one
Mulberry
of my
bush. He didn't answer the question.
laziness. She would not date a woman if she was lazy, and she was probably lazy, and that's why she had bad eating habits. She didn't cook. She was lazy, and he was
Again,
like, "Fuck it."
yeah,
It
no
should be a
man is
basic skill.
no responsible man in his right mind is going to date a woman that can't cook. Not
I agree
only
with
that,
that.
make her his wife.
I agree with that. But you like you said, but the keys were just responsible man. We got a lot of people out here who are adult age that are not responsible men, and these are
Very
the ones
true.
that's
Very
getting up,
true.
you know what I'm saying, being a spokesperson
I
for
told you,
responsible
I'm an
men
aggressive.
out here acting like bras.
Look, I'll date a girl and I would marry a woman that don't know how to cook. She just need to know how to wash dishes.
They ain't cooking, they ain't washing no dishes either.
Dumb.
Let me
No.
go ahead
I'm
and let you know
saying
about that
that's
right
why I
now.
said that's my only requirement. Like well, that's one of my requirements. I'm not gonna require
But
you to have
that's
to cook.
reasonable.
That's because I cook. I cook every day at home right now. I went to school for cooking, so I don't need her to
Oh, I
cook.
mean, as long as you having that conversation beforehand and that's what y'all
Oh
agreeing to,
yeah.
then I
Oh
don't see
yeah.
that being no problem. But it's the fact these people not having any type of
No,
conversation and then they getting into these relationships with these expectations, and
you
now that it's not
100% right.
happening, you on here
And
whining and crying.
You
I mean,
100% right, and you know the problem. The biggest
you're
problem that I
right.
think a lot of
And
ladies
this
deal
is
with. Real quick, Grace, let me say this real quick. The problem I think a lot of ladies deal with, they mature and they
okay.
go through relationship after relationship, and then they start saying, I'm gonna have a conversation beforehand, but they already got a lot of baggage behind them. Now, if the young girls, if that was imparted to the young girls and let them know, like, look, require this from a man. Like they always talk about what a man's supposed to do for them, but then they
Mm-hmm.
also need to know what they need to do for a man. Like, look, I'm a cook,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a clean, I'm gonna do
Exactly.
this, but you need to do this, you need to do that. The young girls need to get that because the
Mm-hmm.
older women that already had
It's
kids
too
or been
late.
through a lot of dudes and stuff, you ain't gonna come to the table bargaining like you 21. Like, and I think a lot of people get mad about that shit, but you're in a different ballpark. You're in a different tax
A
bracket. Let's
whole
put it like
different
that.
arena.
Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
you can't haggle like the girls that are 21 with no kids and no experience can haggle. You just can't. The
But you
same
can't
way,
convince them of that. That's the problem.
the
But see
same way
that,
that a broke man can't haggle like a rich man.
like
Can't convince
Grace,
them of that either.
like Grace, like I've always been saying, it starts with the real conversation, right?
The
Every
real
time I've been on your
conversation.
show,
That's like a
every
platform.
time I've
That's
been on
like
your show,
a
I've been saying it. It starts with the real conversation. Nobody wants to have that anymore.
yep. They want to
I don't see the
text.
problem with it because I think a lot of people will, me personally, in my own personal life, I'll tell women right off bat. I was just dealing with a chick last weekend. And I was like, look, we was vibing, kicking it, cool, everything was fine. And I had to let like right from the get-go. I'm like, look, man, you cool person. I can hang out with you and stuff. We fuck with each other. We can be fuck buddies and shit. But I can't be in a relationship with you. And first thing out of her mouth is why? Because you got 3 kids by another dude. I can't deal with that. I ain't gonna commit to that. Because I'm gonna start my own family. I'm not trying to hold that against you, but it's gonna be held against you to the point of me getting in a committed relationship. I'm not raising another man's children. We still cool. She was okay with it. She was like, I got you, bet. We got to go hang out for the Super Bowl. But I'm like, it's not like I think most people need to do that shit up front.
They should keep you from wasting time.
Yeah,
Like
because
seriously.
I think a lot of people are afraid of losing somebody that they haven't even got.
Amen to that. Amen.
But then
So
it goes back to the idea versus the reality.
yeah.
The idea, what they have in their head versus the reality of the person. The idea is going to be great, fantastic, and wonderful. The reality is the person could be a complete piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know one funny thing, Gary? I don't dislike the word potential, but I dislike that word when I hear women say it, referring to the men that they're talking to. I
And
can't
use it as
stand
an
that shit.
excuse.
I cannot stand that shit. He had potential.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Potential
no,
to do what?
to make you a baby mama of 3. Like that shit be tripping me out, man. I'm like, look, you can go into it and everybody has to be there. You go. That's why everybody doesn't own a business. That's why everybody's not a CEO. Because of these simple decisions that people cannot make correctly.
Mhm.
People will get into a relationship with people or start talking to somebody and they don't actually view them as a person. Like, how can this person benefit me? Because everybody's looking at that. How can you benefit me? And then how much of a detriment to my life will you be? And you weigh the odds. If the odds outweigh if the positives outweigh the negatives, then you know how to move. But people go into this stuff blind, like with feelings. Oh man, if he just got off his ass and he worked, I see he got the potential to go. No, he ain't doing
That's not
that.
potential. That's not potential. That is the incorrect. Yeah, that's not how they work.
Guys, I found the video. Let's
Uh-oh.
go to the video. While you guys were holding it down, I found the video. So let's play it. Give me just a second. Let me share.
Boy, PA said, clap them cheeks.
No, I have to play.
PA, you stupid.
Hold on.
Why are all y'all up right now? PA, didn't you go out last night?
Why is this going to a Peef? I ain't no damn a Peef.
Grace, I think you got an internet problem. Cause your stuff is lagging.
Well, the weather's not too. Is it really bad?
Well, it's like, well, you got a lag too.
It's because of the weather here. This is crazy here.
And
Part
let me
of
see
weather is
something.
bipolar. Really?
Hey, let me check something real quick. Gary.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, hold on.
Almond.
Yeah.
Grace.
Huh?
We got a lag.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
this video.
Just came home from a 13-hour shift.
I just pulled a 13-hour shift. You being my wife, I put bills in here.
All the dishes clean, your clothes clean. Wait, what?
You don't fix me no lunch for my job. You eat. You work from home.
Okay,
I can't come home to a full course
this
meal.
is leftover that I had from last night.
But I'm saying I can't come home to a
Why
full
didn't
course meal. What? Oh,
I'm not your mama. I'm your wife. Your dishes clean, your clothes clean. You always got them clean clothes when you go to work, don't you? Can you stop recording me?
I can't come home to a full course meal. Working all these long goddamn hours, I can't come home to a full. I just knew I was gonna come home and have some food on the goddamn stove. And now you playing, man. You playing. You playing.
On your way home.
When you playing, what the hell we get married for? You been doing it for like 2 or 3 months, man. What is it? I can't get no food when I come to the house. You don't even tell me a day when I leave out the house.
Did you have a good day today?
Yeah, man. I'm tired of this, man. You over there eating pizza. You ain't can't come home to I should have good. They got school clothes, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You good, right? I pay the goddamn bills, right? But why the man in the house why can't come on? I bet they ate today.
They did eat today. They eat every day. They sure do. They eat every day. They're supposed to eat every
Because
day.
of who? What
you mean? Why am I making kind of money in it? Why
because you able to keep your money from your job. You don't pay no goddamn bill. I pay the car notes, the house notes. Every sport they in, I pay for it. Family trips, I'm paying for it.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, no.
I can't get no food in the house then. Huh? I gotta cook my own goddamn food. You finna make me cook my own goddamn food?
You could have got something on your way home.
You
Yeah,
right.
I'm at home all the time.
Right.
Yeah, I work from home, but I wash the dishes, I clean the clothes, your children clothes, they taken care of. I don't understand why you complaining.
You know what? Keep that
Shirley House down the street.
Yeah,
Hell to the no. Hell no. She work from home. And she can't cook.
That is what moved me.
So again, it goes back. So it
How
goes
much
back
cooking
to
I
what
be doing in here working from home?
You know,
Like,
it goes,
it,
it goes,
yo, yeah, She need to quit
it,
playing. You can
it
have
goes
you can
back
have
to
dinner
what I
halfway
said
done on your
earlier.
lunch break.
You know, it goes back to what I said earlier. Like, what type? Like, what was she?
What was she
Like,
doing
what made
beforehand?
him marry
Is what I'm
her?
trying to understand.
Like, what made him marry her? Because all that shit that he's complaining about, she should have been doing before he was married.
That's exactly. And then she talking about some. I'm not your mama. I'm your wife. Exactly. That's why I'm not at my mama's house eating. I'm looking at you. See,
That's
yeah, and what is she working for if he paying all the bills? See, I got questions. I need to talk to him. I
yeah.
got questions.
I'm like, I'm like, bro, why did you marry her?
Yeah.
Like, if you gotta have that
Maybe
conversation,
because
why
he
the
had
fuck did
kids
you
with
marry
her.
her?
You
Nah,
don't know
He
them
had
they
kids with
kids
her.
together?
hey, look, y'all. It's very simple why he married her.
Yeah, that's foolishness.
He's
That's
a
on him.
he's a simp.
He gotta be. He gotta
He's a
be. Because
simp.
if
What
he
if
would,
he had kids with her?
Like, even if he had kids with her,
What? Yeah.
no man with any type of
ain't going for that.
backbone should deal with any of that shit. I would have
Exactly.
been like, okay, that's what we doing. He said 3 months.
And I caught that. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't it like a part two where it finally come out that she was cheating?
She
Is what
cheated
the whole
on
thing was
him.
about.
She is cheating on him. I'll let my detective skills are tingling. I call Scooby Doo and the whole gang. She cheating on that man. Cause
Yeah, it is. It's like a part two that came out. Yeah, because I remember seeing it where that's what ended up coming out was that she was cheating. But I'm like, dude, if you paying all the bills, what is she
But that
working for? I'm
video
like, my
hurt
dad,
my
if you gonna
heart.
work, you gonna pay. What we doing? Ain't no need you working just to be stacking money that you ain't doing nothing with for the fam. Cancel that.
the funny thing that
He
gets me,
set that up wrong.
look, the funny thing that gets me almond about that one is when I tell women what they should be doing, that should let men know what they should be doing, and vice
Yeah.
versa, back and forth. So, like, if I watched that situation and I gave some advice on it, like, hey, buddy, you shouldn't even be talking to her no more because your wife should not be doing it. That is your wife, and she literally asked you, "Am I your mama?"
That's why
Bitch,
you
get
need to
out
be
the
at Shirley
house.
House down the
Bitch,
street.
bitch, get out the house. Like,
Get you
that's what we
something to
doing
eat.
right
Go
now.
down to Shirley House and get something to eat.
I know
Child, yeah,
I
he's
know I
supposed to
can't
hurt the
kick you out
knees.
right then and there, but
He
we're
should have
gonna start
bought
filing for
something.
divorce. There is no respect in here. I give her props. You wash the clothes. I give you props. You wash the dishes. Even though you were standing right in front of the damn
No, the
dish.
washing machine washes the clothes.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
And but he never
What
agreed
dishes
with
are
her
you?
when she said, "Don't you got clean clothes?" So I don't think she was washing his clothes, or if she did, it was by mistake.
No, she's just probably watching everybody's shit together.
But what
I
dishes are you
don't wash clothes
washing if
like
you're
that.
not cooking?
But
I don't.
the biggest
Again, that ain't hard to do. Put a load in on your break. Put it in a dryer, you know what I'm saying, on your next break or between clients or whatever it is you do. I do so much stuff up in here because I work from home. It's ridiculous. Like, it is nothing to put a pound cake together on my lunch break, pull out whatever it is I'm going to cook or halfway, you know what I'm saying, cooking or put it in the oven or whatever it is I'm going to do. Like, it's not hard. It's not hard to do.
It's not. You can put stuff on low.
Remember, Mom, and
and
what
let
I
it
said
cook slow.
before, some women have never even been exposed to cooking. They never even been exposed.
I have friends that are like that. And I be like, look, I can't.
Stop
Like,
being
they
a
be like,
friend.
teach me how to
Crazy
cook.
to me.
And they just be so lost. Like, I'm like, y'all
Teach me how
really
to cook.
didn't see
Teach
any
me
of
how to
this. And
cook.
they be
Teach
like,
me how to
no.
According
I'll
to
be like,
that
it's faster for
video,
me to just do it for you than sit up here trying to explain.
Okay.
This is just not. Yeah,
according
it's
to that
crazy.
video, 4 months that she's been doing it? Like,
I'm gonna
the
ask you
first
guys a
time.
question.
Tell them
Grace,
don't pay the
you
mortgage for
got
3 or
a
4 months and see
super
what she do.
lag. Hey, Grace, I ain't gonna lie. You got a super lag, like super duper lag. Like,
Yeah,
say something.
it's long.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I'm gonna
So
say
I
something.
came
Hold on.
in and out.
I'm gonna wait till you say something, and then I'm gonna ask you a question. All right, say something.
Say something.
How many fingers am I holding up? 1, 2,
None, right?
3,
2.
4. All right, yeah, you got a
2.
3-second delay.
So how do I fix that? Come in, go out and come in, come
You
back
got
in?
any other window? You got any other windows besides StreamYard and the YouTube open?
No, laptop.
I'm saying on laptop, just
Maybe
StreamYard and
hold up.
YouTube, right?
Yeah, and my 3 videos that I'm still wanting to show.
Yeah, you got to close them videos the fuck out, Grace. You got to close them out. It's lagging you like crazy. Just leave one video up, and hopefully it shows in your history, so you can just bop back. And just bop back. Like we can have conversation time after you show the first video, and while we talking, just go grab the other video off screen and bring it back. No, it ain't no
Okay.
coaching time right
So,
now
like,
because then
okay.
everybody gonna be like, "She said he was her coach."
See?
I'm not a coach. I'm not a goddamn coach.
Yeah, okay,
I'm not a
whatever.
goddamn- I'm
But-
not.
As a-
Am I still
this has been
am I
going on.
still lagging?
You still lagging. What you were trying to say, Gary?
I was saying that this been going on what 3-4 months, and I'm the type that after the first time, like if after the first time, I'm gonna get on you about this, but I'm not gonna let this shit go 3-4 months later. It's like, come on, that's
It's
just
not happening. You gonna,
yeah, fuck that, fuck that.
You gonna have to get the hell up out of here. Like,
Fuck that,
I'm dead ass serious, man. I've never had a woman leave me. I've always left all the women that I've been with because of certain type of mindsets.
Same here.
The last girl I was with literally told me all I'm supposed to do, because I was checking her on, like, why you don't do this? Like, I go to work, because it was that situation of she's in college, I'm going to work. Why the fuck you ain't cooked up when we came home? And this is after I've literally sat in the kitchen and taught her how to cook certain things. So I found out what me and her both like. So I'm like, all right, boom, because I cooked all the time. So I'm like, all right, we both like this. This is how you cook this. All right, man, look, just have something cooked when we get home, like when I get home and stuff. You here all day. Like, you go to school for like an hour or 2 hours, come back. That's probably 3 hours taken up, driving back and forth, all that added up. Now you got time to do something. This motherfucker would come home and sleep.
Yeah, see, now ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, like the conversation that we had, and she came out of her mouth and said that I'm just supposed to be here. And I was like, well, you need to call your mama to come get your ass over there. And it happened that day. And this motherfucker literally looked at me and started crying and all this other woo shit. You really gonna get the fuck out?
Get the fuck exactly.
Like, get the fuck out, man. Like, I'm not doing that. And I had to tell her mama, I'm like, it's your fault. Her mama still mad at me. Her mama still mad at me, but her mama actually came back and admitted, like, yeah, you was right about that. I'm like, I know I was. You didn't raise your daughter to be a wife. You were just trying to throw her off of somebody to be somebody's wife. You didn't prepare her to what she was going into the world and what she was going to be required to do. I don't have a problem with a woman staying at home, cooking and cleaning and stuff. And I know a lot of ladies push against that because gender roles, misogyny, and all that other stuff. But if a woman is able to have that luxury, because that's what it is, it's a luxury.
Yes, it is. I've never had that luxury.
You need to do all the things that come along with it. If y'all have kids, you're going to have to take care of the young kids before they go to school. You're going to have to make sure the food is cooked, the house is clean, clothes are washed. That comes with it because he's having to go out here and fight the world. How many women that talk like they don't want to do shit for a man bitch about the goddamn day-to-day job that they have to do when they by themselves?
Mm-hmm. But this is, you see, unfortunately, the mind state that a lot of these women are in nowadays, they want to have, they want to be the wife at home and don't want to do nothing. Want man, like, look at all these, Instagram videos and TikTok videos, and even what some of these female hip hop artists is saying in their records.
They just be on there lying. You look at their life, it ain't what they putting on Instagram. They lying.
But they're portraying or they're showing that, they want to be the wife, right? They want the man to pay for everything, but they don't want to do nothing, right? Like, that's not how it works.
I don't understand that because I'm not married, but I'm just saying I would much rather have the job of running my house than to have to go out and deal with corporate America. I'm so tired of that. and having to make decisions and make sure this is paid and that and the woo. I'd rather just stay here and raise some kids and run the house. That's just way less stressful than having to go out here and be bothered with corporate America.
And Grace said Cash App equals RAM upgrade. Little PA came back and said, really? Really, Grace?
Hey, put a capital G on my name, please, sir. You can't. I don't do that. Lowercase G don't sit well with me. Grace, please and thank you.
Look, I will
Am I
tell
still
y'all-
lagging?
Yeah, you still lagging like crazy, girl. But I will tell y'all this. Men, we have a deficiency. These words be messing me up. All the F's and the S's. When it comes to men knowing how to be men. But I believe this is the men knowing how to be men. But when it comes to the women knowing how to be women, I'm gonna open my arms up like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
We got a lot of damn, and
and-
I'm not placing the blame on the women because ultimately men are the ones who get things done. They're the ones who change stuff. I'm not saying that women can't do that and don't do that, but ultimately, with the grand scheme of things, men are gonna have to be the ones to put their foot down and stop dealing with these goofy ass hoes.
Yep, it
Yeah.
starts with you
Smash
guys.
me if
In
you want
order
to
to
smash
fix
and
this
break, keep
problem,
on
it's going to
moving.
start with you guys.
Everything's gonna start over here, and I try to tell dudes all the time, man, like put people in categories and move the fuck on. And I don't care if women try to shame you and call you misogynistic or whatever the hell. Like you got a lot
Type
of
of
dudes
chick
right
you want
now.
anyway. Don't worry
Yeah,
about what she's talking about.
a lot of dudes are now getting their passports and going overseas. And what all do you hear from the ladies? Oh, they just going over here trafficking and all this other whoop whoop. Bitch, you don't want to do what the fuck you need to do. That's why they dip.
But now you gotta look at it though, like real passport bros ain't telling you they just gone. You be somewhere be like, oh dude, I ain't seen you in 4 or 5 years. Where you been? Oh yeah, I've been over in such and such and such and such. I lived over there for a little bit. But a lot of these cats is getting up on here. Yeah, I'm getting my passport and I'm this and I'm that. You done took money out your 401k to go over to Brazil for a week and a half. That is not a passport, bro. That is some bullshit. Okay.
The passport bro means because if anybody's smart,
That's what I'm saying. Real passport bros go and live. They not broadcasting. They just get gone. All these folks who want to get up here and advertise and all
that's
that.
not it. Almond, that's not it. That's not it. The passport bros means that you're constantly using your passport. Anybody that does it the right way, they would go over there, stay for a certain amount of time, and then legally you have to come back. Because if you want to, you don't want to give up your citizenship.
You don't have to give up your citizenship.
Yeah, you have to if you're gonna stay over there. You have to come back annually.
You can have dual citizenship.
Yes, you
know
can.
how long that takes to get? You're still gonna have to go back and forth.
It depends on where you go, but like most passport bros go and they're gone for an extended period of time and they come back with a wife. They ain't back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
No, they don't,
because they have a set of skills that will allow them to go over there and live.
No, they don't come back with a wife, period. Like they get a wife over there and they stay over there. Passport bros don't believe in bringing the women back to the United States.
Yeah, that'll be
because then they'll just be indoctrinated into America.
You was like, they gotta come back.
Huh?
Is that what I said in the beginning? You was like, no, they gotta come back.
No,
they go. That's what I'm saying. They go and they be over there. Most of these dudes that's on here screaming about this whole passport bro movement going over there for 2 weeks and internet chatting with a chick that they met while they was over there. That ain't passport bro, and that's wasting time.
You think that's what majority of them are?
If I'm gonna give you anecdotal experience on both sides. I know men that have, you know what I'm saying, that are real passport bros that have gone to other countries and have stayed over there, gotten married, and still over there.
Yeah,
most of them dudes is a completely different type of cat from the ones that's on here on YouTube now screaming about passport bro. Because most of them work with me, taking money out their 401k, going over somewhere for 7 to 8, 9 days, meeting a chick, and then come back over here and talking to her on the internet, getting bled to death.
That's not passport bros.
Yeah, that's not. Listen, there are guys and that have traveled overseas multiple times. Like you look at my passport, I have London, Australia, Europe, so many different places on there. What I'm saying is that the mentality that the women have overseas is very different than over here. Right. So
I travel, so I understand that.
I'm just saying. So as a black man that's able to travel, right, in my experiences, right, it's very different over there. So for other black men that's able to continuously travel, not do it once or twice, but have the luxury to continuously travel, they see that it's different over there. And in a number of cases, they wind up getting, a wife over there, and some of them, have even brought them back. Like I know 3 that actually have gotten wives over in Australia, and they've been over there probably 6 or 7 times before it happened.
Mhm.
Right?
And I agree with that. What I'm saying is that would be, you know what I'm saying? I get that. But what I'm saying is a lot of these black males that are on advocating for being passport bros are not traveling continuously. I said, they taking money, they don't have the means. They taking money out their 401k, they're going somewhere for 2 weeks, but every time you turn around, they on YouTube screaming about I'm a passport bro and I talk to this chick over here. That's not what you
And I
are.
agree with you.
Stop trying to represent that group because you're not ready for that.
No, and I agree with you on that. Going, saving up just to go once or twice, that doesn't count.
It was right, but I'm saying it's for a lot of these guys that they're putting themselves in y'all's group as a passport bro. I'm like, dude, you went to the Bahamas on a cruise twice. You are not a passport bro. I'm more of a passport bro than you, and I ain't even a bro.
Hey, I gotta ask this. I really gotta ask this. Oh man, what's your beef with the passport bros?
I don't have a beef with the passport bros. I have beef with dudes. Like I said, you taking out loans, going somewhere, talk about your passport bro. You're fraudulent. That's my beef.
Hey man, we got a lot of chicks in America that take out loans.
Passport bros.
We got a lot of chicks in America that take out loans to go buy a nice car for a weekend or something. Like just
and I call them fraudulent too.
All right, I'm just saying, like most dudes that get their passports and they go overseas and stuff, they're not fraudulent. That's a small minority of dudes that might possibly do that because they're stupid. Anybody knows, like, dude, you're gonna spend at the bare minimum $4,000 to $5,000 going overseas, anyways.
Exactly, that's right.
If you want to have a decent time, so I'm like, it ain't broke dudes and dumb dudes the main ones that's going over there. Like, if you got somebody doing that, that's a very small minority of people.
Honestly, it's bigger than you think.
It's still not more than 10%. 10%. If you know what 10% of all Americans is,
I ain't talking about all Americans. I'm talking about black men.
Even if you did black men, 10% of all black men. You know how many black men that is? And I'm giving you 10%. Because I swear it's smaller than that. I would put it at like maybe 5%. But 10% of black men, that's over 100 million people. It's not 100 million dudes going overseas taking out loans to go over there and just, hey, I'm balling. Anyway. Hey, niggas ain't doing that shit. Most niggas don't even got the credit to do that. They mama probably messed them up with Avon or something like that, man. Like,
but them the ones getting on, hollering about the black women this and we passport bro. You ain't even got your passport yet, and you hollering about the passport bro. Nah,
I will tell you this: black women gonna have to eat that. They gonna have to take that ill. They gonna have to eat that because black men had to sit through, and this is part of that whole gender war crap that goes on between our community. Black women gonna have to eat that. They set their ass on Donahue. They set their ass on Ricky Lake. They set their ass on goddamn Maury, on fucking Jerry. All of them shits. Dogging black men out for decades.
Absolutely.
And now some black men are leaving the country.
Don't forget
and making a YouTube video.
Sally.
Like it blows my mind. They finally get up and make a YouTube video on YouTube, and black women are losing their mind. How do you think if black men reacted the same way that black women are reacting right now, the conversation will be dead.
First
It will be dead in the
okay,
water.
wait, hold on. Cause okay, so you on YouTube, so you don't see these dudes reacting in the same manner. All these over emotional ass men yelling and screaming at each other.
I agree.
You don't see that?
I say they are. I say they are. But I'm saying black women can't complain about that.
Because I mean, first of all, black people, period, they have no business sitting up on Sally, Jesse, Raphael, Donahue, Ricky Lake, none of them. Because none of that we didn't have no business on there anyway.
I agree.
So again, take that issue up with the black women who was participating in all of that. Don't put everybody on the same under the same umbrella. Because all of us wasn't participating in that. A lot of us was like, what are y'all doing?
Almond, here, I'm gonna ask you a real quick question. Spitfire, do you believe in reparations?
No.
For
we don't need that. Black people are not where they need to be trying to get any money.
No, I'm saying
we don't understand finance.
I'll change it up. I'll change the conversation. I'll change the question real quick. Do you believe that the United States owes black people a debt?
No.
Oh, damn. Well, I can't have a conversation with you. I can't have a conversation with you, Almond.
I do.
I'm not even gonna go down that rabbit hole. I was hoping that you said.
Because if you look at it like this, so y'all, okay, people who have reparations, y'all want to benefit from what people did hundreds of years ago, but you haven't taken advantage of what people 50 and 60 years ago made it possible for us to do. You can't have it both ways.
No, there's a lot of people that took advantage.
That's not necessarily true.
You got to take it all. So if we're not taking advantage of what was just given to us, how we gonna try to reap benefits for something happened 400 or 500 years ago?
I don't want to make it a reparations conversation, but there's been over 51% of black men, like over 50% of black men are in the middle class and childless. So they took advantage of it. Y'all talk about how black women are the most educated. They're the most enrolled, but they are.
No, yeah, I've always said black women were not the most educated. You can look at black women as a collective and see that.
Yeah, education doesn't mean anything because it really comes down to street smarts, knowing how to move. But black women have made strides when it comes to education. I'll give that all day.
But see, it depends on what your education is in. Because if your education is in something that's not going to make you any money, what's the point?
I don't want to go through too many diatribes. Fucking the point is, in spite of all the bullshit that happened before, people have made strides. That still doesn't take away from the fact that a debt is due. So when I refer that back to the men and women conversation, women have been dogging men out for decades. There's gonna be some get back on the back end, and women need to just take that. The same way I say that the white people or whoever held that were enslaving people and profiting off of slavery. Look, I understand that you didn't do it, but you're the descendant of it. Those women trained those little girls. Those white fathers trained those white kids, those white sons. You benefit from what happened beforehand. So you're going to have to deal with the consequences. We're going to pay for the sins of our fathers. I know a lot of people have heard that.
I like that.
So all black women should take an L for something, let's say 70% of black women did.
70%?
I'm just for number's sake. You can't say it's 90%.
I wasn't gonna.
I got a whole generations of family that ain't operate like this.
I wasn't gonna say 90. I was gonna say probably like 80.
Okay, 8 out of 10. So all 10 got to take an L for something 8 did.
Yep.
That makes sense, y'all.
Well, look, we're really talking about
real quick. Oh, okay. Do you guys know that the Joe Biden administration now is allowing for Ukraine refugees to get SSI, housing, everything?
They've been doing that since the jump.
That's taking
putting
away
black people out and putting the Ukrainians in their houses.
That's taking away.
That's been going on since the jump.
But now that's taken away.
But y'all keep voting Democrat.
Hold on. Let Grace finish what she was saying. Grace, chug that down and finish what you were saying.
No, that's what I wanted to say. That I feel it's taken away. Why aren't we helping Americans? The charity starts at home.
You know why?
And of course, the most people. It's
Goddamn,
fucked up.
Almond, you fucking
It-
her
it's-
up, Almond.
it's-
She got a damn delay. Let her finish, Almond. Damn.
My bad.
Finish
I
what you
love
were
it.
saying, Grace. Damn.
And it's taken away from, I feel, from us that we should have been compensated and taken care of, and all shades of us and all. We helped build America, but we helping other motherfuckers from outside of America. It just doesn't make sense to me. Take care of our vets, the homelessness, the bullshit that's going on in America first.
But it's always, listen, no matter what, listen, no matter which party is in office, do you know the amount of money they sent to Israel, no matter which party's in office? Right?
Yeah.
And they don't want to take care of all the problems here, just as you were saying, homelessness and all those things that billions of dollars going to Israel every fucking year. Like, forget about the people in the Ukraine. What about the billions of dollars that go to Israel every year?
I mean, we pay Yugoslavia $2 million a day just to have a naval base at their country. And that was 10 years ago. So I know it's more than a day, a motherfucking day just to pull up.
So yeah, all this money, yeah. So all these billions of dollars that go overseas, there's money. That's money that could be used here, but clearly they don't want to do that. So it doesn't matter.
They got it set up the way they want it. So
right, but it
pumping
doesn't
money
matter.
into the United States is gonna change that.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter which party is in office. This would happen continuously, always selling billions of dollars, right, over to Israel. Then our military budget goes up every year, no matter which party's in office. So, and then when it comes to reparations, look, the Jews got theirs, the Japanese got theirs. We haven't gotten any.
Native Americans.
And the Native American, right, absolutely right.
What do them have in common?
Well, they really don't all have everything in common besides, well, shit, honestly, they really don't all have everything in common because the Japanese, like, they align themselves with white people. The Irish got theirs, and that's close to white people, but the Native Americans are the outlier.
So Native Americans all those three groups of people don't stick together.
Yeah, but black people
Jews don't stick together.
No, I'm saying black
Native Americans don't stick together, made their presence felt.
Black people,
Asians don't make their presence felt. We don't.
I'll tell you this. The reason that they do it because they understand who black people actually really are and what they actually can be. That's the reason that they don't want to give it to black people. That's the reason that there's been so much discrimination against black people in the United States of America. They know what it is. I ain't trying to be mean and nothing like that. People that have melanated, like melanin running through their veins, well, not their veins, but actually in their skin. They know what it is. No white folks know they know exactly what it is. And they do everything they can to disproportionately mess with people. And I ain't saying like, look,
but we're not making it hard for them.
No,
we ain't making it hard for them to dog us out. That's my point.
That comes from generations.
The other groups make it hard for them. You can't say nothing about, you know what I'm saying, the small hat people now without getting banned locked up. Look, like, come on.
Yeah, but Almond, that comes from who's been pressed the hardest in the United States. You got to think about that. Like, there's never been more of a concerted effort against one group of people than the black people in the United States of America. Yeah, they can say they genocide Native Americans or whatever, but they eventually complied. They are continually. I say, like, I compare a lot of races of people to different things. Like, I say Hispanic people are like ants. Them motherfuckers be working like all damn day long. They be out there working. But black people, they like cockroaches. They go out there and work, but you just can't kill them. You can kill one, kill two, kill three. Matter of fact, kill this whole hive right here. They just pop up over there. You can't kill niggas. Like, they've been trying for a long time to break the black family. They've been doing a good job. I will give you that. But it's been a concerted effort from our government. And that's why I say that we are owed that. If you go back to the reparations talk, we are owed that. I don't care what nobody says. Like, You're not gonna tell me, oh well, because I know Ray down the street don't need that money because he ain't gonna do shit with it and he crazy. Well, guess what? Just go back to Dave Chappelle skit. I'm rich, bitch. I just bought this whole goddamn fucking semi of Newports. If that dummy want to do it, let him do it. Guess what? The money's coming back to them anyways. They gonna get the money back anyway. As soon as they give it to them, they gonna give it back.
If you don't get it right back.
Getting the one I'm getting.
It don't matter, Almond. It's about it needs to be paid.
No, it's about you need to get it and be able to do something with it.
No, that's what we can focus on. But in their minds, that's how they should look at it. You're gonna get it right back.
They know they're gonna get it right back, so they're like, why waste my time?
Because they're gonna get it right back, and the interest is gonna be on top of it. They're gonna make money. Grace, you on mute.
They don't want to see us come up. Because
But
if
we
they
gotta
was
make
to
sure
give us
we
some of
gon'
that
come
money,
up
a lot-
is the problem.
Almond, you hang around a lot of fuck.
We gotta at
niggas and
least
shit. I can
try
tell,
and get
'cause that ain't
give it to
majority
us.
of black
If
people.
they cut me a check, I know what I'm gonna do with it.
Almond, that is not majority of black people, man. You must be hanging around the goddamn lowest of the lowest if that's your mindset
How you
about black
figure?
people.
We know what we gonna do with our money. We good, but if you look at black people as a whole, that shit don't go right. Go like you said, it's gonna go right back because we don't understand
No.
finance. I understand finance,
No,
but as a collective, black
Almond.
people don't understand finance, especially black women.
Almond, majority of black people are doing good. Well, actually, I'll say majority of black men are doing good, and we already came to the conclusion that black men are the ones that need to lead, or they are the ones that are gonna have to lead. Majority of them are already good right now.
Okay, well, you talking about giving it to all black people, so we gotta talk about the ones who ain't good.
Well, guess what? These goofy ass hoes and these goofy ass dudes ain't gonna look. They can go waste their money. Who cares? I don't care what. I
You
don't
should
care what.
care.
Look,
If you
I
really
don't care
trying
what
to talk
Jake
about
want.
coming up and being
Hold
toe
on.
to toe with these
No,
other races
no,
of people, they
no,
don't
Almond.
operate like that.
Almond, you ain't been around for a while because I got a new saying. Everybody not gonna make the boat.
That's
No,
true.
everybody ain't gonna make the boat, so why fuck up the boat?
No. Everybody's not gonna make the boat. So the people that qualify to make it, the people that are doing what they need to be doing, are gonna be on the boat. And all the fuckheads can take their goofy asses over there. I'm not worrying about the fuckheads. I'm worrying about the people that are actually gonna get the money in and do what they need to do. And that majority of the men do what they supposed to do. And I'll say probably about 40% of women. I'm be nice. Do what they supposed to do. Those people gonna be on the boat. Everybody else, they can take their goofy asses on somewhere. Don't nobody care about them because you fucked your life up and you got to deal with it. I believe about accountability. If somebody,
Lord.
I wouldn't argue against something just because I know they got some fuckheads around the neighborhood. Okay, whatever. That's what them white folks argue against. I don't want this piece of shit getting it, so should none of them get it. No. Get that piece of shit, that shit, just so I can get mine real quick, like, and I'm going about my goddamn business, and that shithead can be a shithead. No, why would I argue against that? I don't get why anybody would argue against that. It's a debt that needs to be paid to America. Well, America needs to pay that debt to black people, melanated people, descendants of slaves. Everybody else got it. Garrett, he already went through the whole list of everybody that got it. You gave it to the Japanese, you gave it to the Irish, gave it to Native Americans. So you can't give it to niggas? And they got us over here, literally, they got some of us over here saying, nah, we don't need it. Fuck that bullshit. Well, that's some crazy ass shit. I don't come in your house and steal your TV. Motherfucker, I ain't giving it back. I ain't giving it back. Hell nah. Use that same logic. I ain't giving it back. But I'm done. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I just want to introduce PA Texas. Thanks for coming in,
Oh, thanks for having me, man. Y'all had me laughing so hard in that damn public place. They was looking at me crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's a delay.
Yeah, Grace got a certified delay. Here. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take
All
that.
right, I'm finna send you $50 for your RAM upgrade, Grace.
Hell to the nah. Hell nah. Don't you click that goddamn button, motherfucker. I swear on Lord, I'm gonna snap on you right now.
Why you hating?
Because I said something to him. 25.
25?
There you go. 25.
No. You already said it.
Look at her greedy ass. Look at her greedy ass.
Oh, 25, my bad. Okay, 25. Hell, my bad.
Wow.
Thank you,
PA
man.
ain't shit. PA
You
ain't shit, man.
damn right I ain't shit. Shit. Damn right.
This man
Yeah.
ain't shit. Hey, look,
It's
either way, though,
Valentine's Day on Tuesday, damn it.
look, hell nah. Hey, Grace, are
Grace,
you dating
you don't
somebody
want to be
right
my
now?
Valentine's. I put you to work.
Yeah, Grace, are you dating somebody right now?
Wow, where did that come from? I think so, yeah. I think so.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't
cool.
know. Why?
What the fuck? How you say you think so?
Because I don't know. I don't know where we stand. I don't know where we stand. So
So that's a
why.
no then. That's a
Hold
no
up.
then,
I
right?
don't know where we stand. Hold on. Let's dig deeper into this one.
Wait a second. This was about cooking and cleaning.
Nah,
So we could make this a whole nother show. But
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Let's dig
hold
deeper
on
into
a
this
second.
one,
Let's pump our brakes right here, gentlemen
Let's
and
dig deeper.
queen.
Let's dig
No,
deeper.
but yeah, but he can still send the $50 cash app. That
he's not
one
doing
thing
that,
ain't got
Grace.
nothing to do
Grace.
with the other.
Grace,
It's
you
embrace
it
the
does.
Grace.
You're gonna get 25, Grace.
Yes,
Wow.
the grace.
Wow. Why are you taking from my plate, Jay? That's what we
Yeah.
doing?
You should have been there last night. You should have stayed there last night. You know what we talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Embrace.
But anyway,
Oh,
let
yeah,
me Matt is here. He said, hold on. He said, hello, embrace the grace world. Hey, how y'all doing? So what we gonna do? Tim, let me tell you how I feel on this. It has to be customized to the couple. A lot of things to talk about and a lot of solutions we can have is it's gonna have to be customized to the couple on hand. And a lot of communication and a lot of give and take, and you have to put systems in order for it to run like a well-oiled machine. That's how I feel. But I don't want to say that's how I feel. That's how I think. But I still think that there is basic gender roles. And that's my old school ways. I mean, if the man is doing what he's supposed to do and fulfilling his job description, then that lessens the pressure on me. And I could stay home and cook and clean all day and cater to you. I don't have a problem with that. I don't. Shit, I've been working since I was 14. I'll take a break.
So what's up with
That's
you
my
and this
take
dude that
on
we
it.
talking about?
Why are we putting this out? Hello.
I'm fucking with you, man. I'm leaving you alone.
What's your take on it, Jay?
No.
Were you dated, girl? Go ahead.
What you say? You asked about to ask Jay a question. Sorry, my bad.
No, I'm just gonna go around the room and get I guess we get final thoughts because Super Bowl, the game's coming on soon, and I gotta do some other stuff on YouTube. But yeah, this game come on at 6:30. Who you going for?
None of them. I don't watch football like that no more. I mean, I do. I watch it, But yeah, I used to play ball back in the day, so I've had a sour taste in my mouth for decades about football. So that's a personal thing.
So tell me, PA, what do you think about this cooking and cleaning? I'll skip over Jay and go to you because you just joined the party. Jay's been here chilling. He's been, what do you have to say on this?
Well, I could cook better than most of the scallywags I've dated in my life. I just one time I had to, and I'm getting a little paranoid because I wake up and get up and cuss a girl out or a woman out or whatever, and then she'll put some rat poison in my food or something like that. So I'm a little paranoid. So cooking and cleaning is not a big, and I do have a few dollars, so I can hire a maid once a year to clean up or here and there. So cooking and cleaning is not a deal breaker, but I don't want nobody to sloppy like that. I don't want nobody to have me trying to put me to work to make them cook for them all the time either. So
it should just be a mutual thing that you should be able to cook and I cook and we, take turns.
Yeah, something like that. That's cool with me. Okay. I mean, I eat out most of the time anyway, so I've been doing that for decades too. So, I mean, it's not a deal breaker, but it's just not a deal breaker.
Okay.
But you know, if I, you know, but then again, I never had to like whatever. I've never had to live with my kids with another woman while I was working. It's always I was working, I was with the kids myself, so I had to do everything myself. So I you know, so I had to orchestrate all
So
of
you
that.
did what women been doing for years by
It
themselves
wasn't that
because
long
they
though. It was like
chose to do it by themselves.
yeah, it wasn't that long. It was just long story short. I had a me and my kid's mother had a situation to where I had to take care of the children. So I just had to, you know, I had to make it work, and I wasn't really, you know, I didn't have a woman in the house. Not permanently. I had some temporary ones, but I didn't have one permanently. So you know,
I hear
I
you. I hear you.
I
Well,
had to
since
I had to do what I
Jay
had to do.
since
You know,
since Jay walked off, let's go ahead and Gary. What on your whole take on it? Will you date a woman that doesn't know how to cook?
Nah, I'm not. I wouldn't
Is
date
it
a
a
woman
deal
that
breaker?
does. Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, she, you know, so I understand we're living in a different time, right? So we're in different times now, and she has to know how to cook. Do I expect her to cook every night for me? No, because my schedule is crazy as it is, right? But you know, but if she feels to cook, I don't know, on a, let's say a Saturday or a Sunday, then yeah, then fine. Because I mean, more times than not, by the time I get home and I'm already conditioned to, by the time I come home, I'm you know I may be taking a little something and then you know showering and going to bed. So if I actually got into a committed relationship with a woman now, it wouldn't be a requirement that she cook for me every night because that's probably going to stay in the fridge until the following day. By the time I get home, right? Because I'm going
But
to
at
be too
least it's
tired to
there.
really
You
sit
have
down
that
and eat.
option.
Yeah, but as I said, on a Saturday or Sunday, if she wants to cook and go all out, absolutely. Um, and this is something that we would definitely talk about because, you know, I know how some of y'all women are, you know, you go and cook. So I don't want it to be where, well, first of all, I want her to understand what my schedule is. So even if on a weeknight she went and cooked up something and I come home, she would probably want me to go eat right then and then. That's probably not going to happen, right? That's probably not going to happen, right? So, but at least I do want her to be able to know how to cook. That when the time comes, she's able to do it, or when she feels to do it, she can do it. So I'm a very flexible guy, right? I understand situations,
Well,
right? But she definitely does know how to.
I hear
She
you, but
definitely
I
does
just
need. She needs to know, and she needs to know how to cook. Though I'm not going to date a woman that doesn't know how to cook.
I feel
well,
the
she gonna have
same
to do
way. I would
something.
not date a guy that does not how to cook. That's one of my automatic 5 requirements before you can even step on the court to try out for the team.
The
Sorry.
fuck are we in? Kangaroo court?
Well, and then on top of that, I mean, I saw that video earlier about the lady was the dude was like, man, I've been working 13 hours or whatever, and I was like, man,
That hurt me to
dude.
my heart.
Well, see, he kind of soft because I mean, you know, I'm hard on women, man. I'm hard on them, bro. I'm hard, and I'm gonna just keep it a buck because she gonna have to. You know, you ever seen that movie Players Club?
Oh
Yeah,
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 Lisa
yeah,
Ray.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
when Lisa Ray was a thing right there.
yeah.
No, no, no.
Now she just
I'm
straight to the
talking about
street.
the dude that was trying to go that dollar bill old money. I forgot that
Yeah.
shit. The one that was handicapped in the back with the glasses on. That's me. She gonna have to do something to make me feel better. Do something to make me feel. You didn't cook. Well, do something to make me feel better. Like on Players Club. I'm hard on them, man. Oh, you ain't gotta cook nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to eat, but you finna drink. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah, I said it.
What about you, Jay? What is your take? What is your take on it?
I like what Gary said because he added a little more context to it. So I'll change mine up. Like, look, a girl that can't cook, period. I'm gonna have to train her how to cook some things because there are gonna be certain days, especially like maybe the weekend. I don't want to have to come home and cook. Because I will come home and cook every day because I already do it already. But it would be nice to have somebody that can take the weekends from me. So then I can somewhat relax a little bit, take a little load off of me, and I can focus on other things. But yeah, I would probably date a chick that didn't know how to cook, because I would probably try to train her to be able to know how to do it. But she definitely better know how to wash dishes. And yeah.
Man, some of these women afflicted, man. They can't do none of that. Wash a dish. They can't sweep a floor. They can't cook nothing. But
look, I'll tell you this: a New Day and I'm gonna say it. I'm like, Grace, you're gonna have some people mad at me. New Day age, modern day women, they're lazy. There's no other way around it. Just fucking lazy. And it didn't start with just them. It started with their mama and their grandma too. They're just lazy. Those are the women that don't want to. They feel like they shouldn't do anything for a man, but they expect everything from a man. And I tell every dude, smash him and dash him.
Make them do something to make me feel better.
I don't feel no pain for them. Like those type of people, like first, because I feel like they're just bad people. Grace, are you pulling up another video?
I am with Cardi B talking about she don't cook, she get the rib.
Oh Lord, Grace, you got a terrible lag. But Grace, I gotta go do something real quick, like, so keep it up.
Jay, is it playing?
No, it's not playing.
Here we go. Uh-huh.
She got the thing.
That's just a short clip, but you know, she does all that to sell, you know, to make money and to sell, not to she knows she got to cook still, and she cleans and she takes care of her man because she's of island descent. She's Dominican and Trinidadian. That's an automatic for us, you know, Caribbean women.
Yeah, you know.
So,
and I mean, I'm kind of, you know, I've dated a Caribbean woman, and I probably kind of spoiled her because I was like, man, don't do that shit. Call the maid in, shit, you know, because I mean, I'm in IT, so you know, I can afford a maid here and there. Let's just keep it a buck. And so, and I'd be like, look,
well, that's
just take
great.
Well, I mean, look, making straight A's in school come with its perks. It is what it is. I got my whole family smart in the motherfucker. And like my sister was salutatorian, you know, and so on and so forth. So I mean, I'm still working class, but here and there, you know, I can afford a few things. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. It's not a deal breaker. As a matter of fact, if you're doing a lot of cooking and cleaning, I got other stuff that I need you to do, and that's going to take time from that. So I'm going to find a way to make it easier about the cooking.
Okay, so you're reasonable. You work out the terms and conditions in your relationship, but the thing is, you have to be able to at least know that basic skill, which is cooking, and you have to be willing to do it sometimes. But I'm trying to talk to the ladies that just say, fuck that. I'm not cooking shit. I don't know how to cook. I'm not willing to learn how to cook because it's just not realistic. It's a basic life survival skill. Yeah. And then if you have a family, a husband, you should be able to cook for them.
Yeah. But then for those women that feel like that, so if, you know, for the ones that aren't in a relationship, then they're wondering why they can't get a man. For the ones that are in a relationship, then they're probably wondering why the man's stepping out on them, right? Because no man in his right mind is going to be in a relationship and his wife or his lady is not doing that, but then he has a woman on the side that's like willingly does that. Like, here, let me cook for you and rub your back. No fucking guy's gonna turn that shit down, and you're not getting that at home. But then the woman at home can't be mad. Like, but they want their cake and eat it too. That's not how this shit works.
No, and then they'll want you to take,
accepting that bullshit.
yeah, and then like let's just say, you know, we're in a place, because see, every lady that I've ever met or seen on any publication, whether it's print, media, film, whatever, they all want to travel to these extravagant places and sit on the beach butt naked with a man or whatever. And so that means if you're going to do that, you're not going to have the confines of United States, you know, Grubhub, McDonald's up the street or whatever. You're sitting out there, you're dealing with the elements. So, anybody who's going to take you out and do that type of stuff will really like if you would just come up with this idea, like, we're out here, it ain't nothing but us, but an island and nothing but water and a little boat that we took to get here. We're buck naked. It ain't nothing here but coconuts, and you know, there's a tree with some stuff on there. Let's just drink the coconut water, set the coconuts on fire. Let's go jump in the water, get some fish, cook it, spend a night at this little island, and row a boat there. You want to go to the island, but you don't want to come with the innovative thoughts about knowing how to be able to cook under extreme circumstances. You know, you don't have to learn how to cook, so you don't have to cook every day at the house. I get that. But I would like a lady to be innovative enough to be like, let's barbecue some fish. Or before we even went to the island, hey, I don't know how to catch fish. We ain't got no hook. So let's go over to the fish market, get some fish, row a boat over here and cook and smoke these fish over some coconuts on this little island out here, about 2 miles off the coast of this, wherever the hell we are. I would like to have somebody like that. Other than that, I can leave their ass at home. And they don't want me to leave their ass at home. Because it's a little lady that stays on that island that knows how to do that.
Yep.
And I can get her phone number because I can speak another language. Or I can find out how to say what's your phone number and dial it in my phone. What you gonna do? So
my thing is as long as he knows how to cook, I don't mind cooking. I enjoy cooking and I cook good, but I don't want to have it to, I always have to be the one to cook. That's it. So you have to at least know some basic shit. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then it's teamwork. You have to sit down. Me and my ex-husband, we would sit down and set up a menu and who's going to cook what day and what day I'm going to cook and all that shit. So you just you just have to have systems in order for it to run like a well-oiled machine.
yeah. What if you're sick or something and you can't get out? Let's just say you got COVID, right?
Exactly. So now that you're down, you can't cook?
Yeah, you got COVID. You in the bed. I've had COVID. I didn't even want to get up. I didn't want to move. I wasn't dying or anything. The only thing I'd moved to do was to go get and run water on my back, you know. And let's just say that's going on. And now who's gonna hold you down? You're gonna sit there, sit there and be with somebody that's gonna just let you die, or somebody that's gonna, get you a little soup, at least, something, or wash, it's gonna get you to where you'll be okay. Because I'm telling you, when I had COVID, and she knows her name, she got in her car burnt off, bro. I was on my own. She apologized for it, but I caught it early. She was just like, she burnt out because she thought, okay, it ain't gonna be 2 people dying, it's gonna be 1. I get it, but that was some whole ass shit, So you need somebody to have some type of soft skills as far as being dudes don't even know how to bathe a woman correctly.
Well, they don't know how to bathe themselves. How they gonna know how to bathe a woman?
That's true.
Because you got a lot of shitty drawers out there. They never.
That's been I could imagine, and I feel sorry for all the ladies who've had to go down on a man with shit in his ass.
Oh,
that has
Lord.
got to be pathetic. I know it's happened a lot of times, but it ain't happening with me. but I could imagine, you know, I've had to have, I've been with decapacitated ladies, and I've had a daughter I've had to bathe. You know what I'm saying? So I know how to bathe a woman from age birth. Well, not necessarily in the teenage years. Once she learned how to bathe herself, that I was done with that. But from age maybe birth to 3, and somebody that's in their 30s that had too much tequila, I know how to bathe them too. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people can't even do that. Otherwise, you're just gonna wake up and throw up, and God knows what else. You know, and who wants to do that? They want to a lady wants to go to a dude's house if they didn't had a few with their girls or whatever they did, come home and wake up smelling good like the soap that they use, because like the soap that they use in one of their man's silk shirts.
Yeah,
like, whoa, what a
they're
night.
very few and far between, so that ain't gonna happen anytime soon.
That's why I get so much pussy.
I'm done. Okay. On that note, oh God. Well, thank you guys for coming up. I really do
Thanks for having
appreciate it. I know you guys have Super Bowl. I wanna watch the game. And I still got to do another short because I'm gonna talk my shit about Valentine's Day. Why is it assumed that it's a woman's holiday? Why can't men get love too? That's why I'm wearing red. You guys would never ever see me wear red. I'm not even comfortable wearing this color, but it's a
I want to
holiday.
watch that short. It's definitely a woman's holiday. I'm not even.
And it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. And we have, as women, we need to do better. It's fucked up. We gotta love on our men too. Even though y'all try to act hard and say, nah, we good. Nah, fuck that. You would love a ribeye steak with a baked potato, you know.
That's
and
March 14th. You've heard about that?
What?
March 14th. March 14th is Valentine's Day for men. What is it? Steak and dick suck day?
No, Steak and BJ Day.
BJ Day, yeah.
Steak and BJ Day. March 14th. Yeah, I think it's March 14th.
That's hilarious. I never heard of that, but
March 14th. That's real. That's real. So,
yo, I'm gonna put that shit out. I'm gonna advocate that.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the. I'm gonna send you something about that. I got that.
I don't eat steak, so I tell my lady to double up on the BJ.
Oh Lord, everybody, anyway, that's what's going to be on the next show. I still got to think about the show for next week. I'm back on Monday nights. I only did these 2 shows on Sundays because I had to work nights, but Monday nights is my nights, especially now that there's no Monday night football. So hopefully I could get more activity in the shows and stuff. But again, gentlemen, Gary, thank you for always consistently supporting me. That's the importance. People may support people, but you have to really support a person, you have to be consistent with it. You know, Absolutely. You can support a person one time and then be like, fuck it, you good, let me get the hookup. No, consistency.
Yeah, shout out to you, man, for that, man. I know I can't do it. I'm supposed to be working now, so.
Aw,
but I own my own company, so I can put this shit off.
I do too, so I know the feeling. I completely understand.
I could put it off. I just be like, so. But
let me go check out Embrace the Grace. Matthew, I guess I should let me read these comments. I've been really bad today with these comments. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Matthew said, LOL. And then he said again, if it's dirty, clean it. Cooking is a mutual thing. Yeah, because everybody got to eat. Mm-hmm. We all like to eat. Yes, I have to admit, I'm a foodie. I love food. I'm half Italian, half Dominican. That we don't eat we don't live to eat. We eat to live. That's how we did it. And then Grace came in and said, if both parties were selfless and had expectations for each other instead from each other, then everyone's role would be naturally filled. See, that's a good one.
I like that. I like that one.
Man, that's a runners up for comment of the show. That's
she be speaking some real deep stuff, man. I've
seen her
on other shows, man. She really comes through with with very good knowledge, man. She kicks it, man. Shout out to Grace Neary. Man.
Yeah, you definitely need to
Absolutely.
frame. You need to frame that comment there.
Yeah, I like that one. Because, and the key words, and she even capitalized them. That's what makes it. If both parties were selfless,
Selfless,
and had
yeah.
expectations for each
For each
other,
other. That's right.
instead of from each other,
That's right.
then everybody's role will naturally be filled. I mean, and it takes common sense. Let's say per se, I know Gary worked 12 hours. He probably hasn't he probably's eaten already, but I can always make sure he has a good breakfast before he
Right.
goes to work. You know, there are ways and things like Crimson Cure said, and another shout out to that queen, because I'm getting into her right now and trying to, because I'm looking around for queens that are doing the same thing that I'm doing. And it matters more when we unite as women to try to advocate for the men. We're all on the same page. So let me continue with, because she's got another one behind. Let me see. I'm gonna get to it. Satan is going after the family unit, and he is targeting women by making submission seem like a negative role, when in fact is the best role we could hold. And she's absolutely right. I read a comment the other day that said, and I always kind of knew this because I saw it with my parents. If a woman simply submits, she's in fact running shit. Because once a woman submits, the man feels comfortable in doing his role and doing what he's supposed to do, and the woman can strategically get what she needs. I mean, on the chess game, the queen protects the king. So we're really running shit, but it's like the lion. The lion don't do shit in the jungle. All he does is roar and let a motherfucker know their presence. But it's that lioness that keeps shit running. But the king has to be humble enough to know, okay. And that's how I feel, and that's how I think, and that's what she's saying. If we submit, a man's masculinity is automatically going to be, he's going to lead.
So there is, you know, and that's very true, right? That's very true, and I think that one of the reasons why a lot of there's been I guess a good degree of women wanting to get into the BDSM world, because there's in the dom sub dynamic, for those people that really understand that and been in that lifestyle, like that's real serious. Like, I mean, there, you know, to be a dominant and to have your submissive, for your submissive to submit to you mind, body, and soul, like it really has to be something very deep. But the submissive will go all out for her dominant, just like the dominant will go all out for the submissive, right?
But I also has to put, Gary, that if you want an angel, you must create a heaven. So again, I mean, it's always put on the men, but you guys were the first ones here. It is put on the men, y'all. What does my boy Jay say? Pressure is for shoulders, not for hips.
I put pressure on them hips. I put pressure on them hips.
Guys, you see, I was so behind on my comments that my queen, I always mess up her name, Shalakimia. She's another queen that I'm working with and getting to know. She is really, really advocating out here for y'all black men and kings. And the funny thing is that she was like getting threatened to get canceled. She was going through a lot of drama because she must be doing something right. Yep. You know, when people get that in their feelings about, but when I heard her talking about she's gonna quit, I'm like, whatever. She's just in her feelings right now. She ain't never gonna quit. And look at her right here. She's right here advocating for men. She has businesses for your LLC. So go look her up, subscribe to her, and she dropped a few gems right here. I'm feeling my black man. And then she said, I'm packing his lunch too. And then she said, being submissive is a part of my love language. You see?
Mm-hmm.
It's a love language,
That's
and that's
right.
the way you show your love to that person. Submissive. It's not being submissive. It comes naturally.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
supposed to, right. It's supposed to come naturally. Absolutely.
yeah, you got a whole man in the house. That's like having a big Rottweiler in the house. Now he bites everybody. You know, he he bites everybody, and then when you take him in the room, he licks you. You know, come on, bro. You know, it's not submitting to that. Everybody's compromising. Everybody's compromising. In a relationship, everybody has to compromise. You
Mhm.
know, with something. You know, some things have to compromise. And submitting, I don't know. I don't even know if that term is necessarily apropos. I mean, you know, you actually tapping the lady out or whatever. I mean, I don't know what because when I see submitting, I think on
You
top the
only
first
think of it in a sexual
in W.
connotation.
No, in a W in a what's that sport the
WWF.
UFC conversation. You know, you make somebody submit when you put them in the headlock and they tap out. That's a submission. I don't know if I like that term necessarily. I was just like, whoa, submit. Oh God, you got to make her submit. But I mean, I would just say she has to compromise, and there's nothing wrong with compromising because he has to compromise somewhat too. And you're
Yep.
gonna have to take his lead because you can't whoop nobody's ass. He can, you know. So, and if you want, if at some point, you got your little tots walking around here, and they got in a fight with somebody else's kid, and the dad shows up, you're gonna want him to be like, hey, whoa, 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 you know. So you're gonna have to fall back because you can't go whoop the dad's ass.
And then, but you see, you can't even get a meal or get served first.
Yeah.
Do you see how all my shows intertwine into?
Yeah.
We keep talking every week how everything goes back to we just have the single motherhood. We need a man in the house. We
Yeah,
need a
just
man
need a
in the
man for
house.
life, and we need a woman for life. You need one for life. I mean, I'm telling you, as hard as I am and as misogynistic as they say I am, and I'll own it. Yeah, sometimes I hate all you motherfuckers, but my life's a lot better when there's a woman waking up next to me.
You thrive better in a relationship. I understand because I feel that I'm the same way because you have accountability. You're more organized. You're more on top of shit because now not that you have to answer to her, but you don't want to hear her mouth. So you make sure you stay on top of your shit. So if you know you don't hear her mouth, you're doing things right.
No, my day goes better when the first thing I touch in the morning is some titties.
Oh my God.
My
Oh,
day just goes better.
I'm done.
I'm just keeping a buck.
She said, my girl Shalamikia said, "Thank you, Queen. Absolutely. That's my girl, and I'm gonna stick with her because she's doing exactly what I'm trying to do, and I'm doing exactly what she's trying to do is advocate for the men because these women got it twisted, and they better recognize, value, and respect and appreciate men because it's with y'all, it's because of y'all that we able to have a comfortable life, and a good quality of life. And they got to get it together. Like I told my manager at work, I say, you see all this energy you giving out for Valentine's Day? The store looks like it threw up balloons and flowers. I want this same energy on Father's Day. I want the same energy on Father. Let's celebrate our fathers, the good fathers, not the fuck boys, not the baby daddies, the fathers.
Mother's Day is the second most celebrated holiday behind Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Jesus and then your mama. Okay. Now, Father's Day, if I'm not mistaken, shout out to Ali Sadiq, who's a guy I know in Houston, one of the great comedians of all time. He said it's like right behind Columbus Day. I don't even think they celebrate that no more. People like fuck fathers, like, come on, man. Like, I just bought, my son just outgrew his bed.
Well,
and his mama told me, he stayed with his mom. His mom said, hey, he outgrown his bed. Now, I bought the other bed. I bought everything in there. That's neither here nor there. In 10 minutes, he had a queen-size bed ordered going to his house. That's father shit. And my son needs to. He says, "Hey, Dad, I need, teach me how to drive." That's father stuff. Hey, Dad, I'm having a girlfriend. That's father stuff. When ladies sit up there, daughters, like, man, I got this dude I'm dating. That's father stuff. They're important, just like, you know what I'm saying? That's important. That's just as important. I believe women I know that it's best for women to get the kid from the womb to about age 8. That's for the boy. After that, the father takes over the boy, and then after puberty hits the woman, the girl, she becomes a woman. The father has to start being more involved in that life as well. Now, he can't teach her how to be a woman, but he can teach her how to deal with these dudes.
Yep. And I can't teach my man how to be a man, but I can teach him how to be a good man.
Yeah. Yeah. But see, it's things that like I'm out here on these streets. It's things that women see that we don't, especially in other women, and the same vice versa. So like I date some really, really nice looking ladies. Right now, she's not as nice as she used to look, but she's still up there. She's, we're all getting older, but it is what it is. But back in the day, I told her it took me years to teach her. Now you see what these dudes do, how they position. Men do real shady shit when they see another guy who has a beautiful woman with him, and they think that they can like either take him out or make himself more presentable to the beautiful lady that's with the guy who they think is less than.
I call that peacocking.
Yes, there you go. And a lot of ladies don't see that shit. Like, and I'm sure you don't even see it either. I mean, it's just
women do it too when they want your man. You can see it too. You can feel it.
And they'll just be looking. They'll just do little slick shit. Like all of a sudden, all of our drinks are paid for. We're sitting at a bar. All our drinks are paid for. You're already taken care of. The man right there took care of it. And he does this little wink. And I tell like, I'm supposed to go over and whoop his motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, it's not that big a deal. We're supposed to be, this is all, nah, man. He's sitting over there. Oh, you have you having this Napoleon ego or whatever they call it. Like, nah. He trying to sit over here and stick his dick in on the slide, bro. And he thinking I'm just I'm soft. I know how dudes operate.
Yeah, you gotta check that, bro.
Yeah, you gotta check that.
You gotta. That's disrespect, bro. That's disrespect. How you gonna be having drinks with your lady and then another dude like on the side want to pay for the? Nah, you gotta check that and let him like, hold up, fuck that.
And would you say that most men are jealous or territorial?
Both.
There are some men. And that's a very good question. I think that there are some men who are jealous. They'll get just as jealous as a woman, but then there are other men. Like I like to say, I'm territorial, right? Because if I know and you know that you're mine, then that's how it's rolling.
That's how
jealousy. In my opinion, that breeds insecurity.
Oh man, these dudes are insecure, period, though.
Exactly.
And women don't know how insecure men really, really, really are. They say,
That's
I know you insecure. But y'all have to be a man to understand how insecure a lot of men are. I'm just saying most that I've dealt with just in the streets. And I'm sure women I kind of deal in the slums of life. I'm at bars, I'm at restaurants, and those are not people who women have tried to sit there and target as husbands and took them off the set. You know what I mean? So I don't deal with those guys. I deal with the guys, I guess, who are left over. And those are some weak motherfuckers. And the thing is I try to like women don't like. It takes a man to teach teach a boy how men are going to operate if they go and get someone with a very cute face. You know what I'm saying? That's licking them on the ear in public and shit. And another dude sees that. It's another man has to teach a little boy how to handle that situation. A woman can't really do that. Maybe they can. I'm just saying on the whole. You know, I'm not.
I hear you.
When I'm talking, I mean most, because I'm sure that some women be like, "Oh, that's some bullshit. You need to go check that." But for the most part, women be like, "Oh yeah, shit. Let him take care of your drinks. Yeah, you ain't have to pay for it. I'm looking out for my man. He didn't have to pay for it. You know, they got that type of mentality. Versus now he has to pay for this shit. Shoot that motherfucker the finger and tell him, "Try me." You know, he has to mark his territory because he's trying to piss on your territory.
Yep.
And now it's that's how men operate. And I think that's some bullshit, but that's how that's how the men that I've come across, that's how they operate. And I hate to generalize men and women, but that's what I see. It's a bunch of bullshit.
And let me keep reading what Grace has to say. She said, "Thank you for the topic, Embrace. I appreciate you, sis."
Mm-hmm.
And then Grace said, "I'm listening while at work, so my apologies on the few comments I've thrown out." No, you good, Grace. You bring a lot of wisdom and knowledge. And I've seen you at Jay's. You always got shit to say. And then look at Israel. The champ is here. How you doing? You're a little late to the party. I've been trying to wind close out, but we just get into good conversation. And then Grace said, "Sup, Israel."
It's real.
A lot of the things that we're talking about just needs to be talked about. It needs to be embraced, and you can't do it after the fact. It has to be addressed early on, so you know if you're compatible with that person or not, because then you're just wasting my time. And at my age, I just don't have time to waste. I'm getting up there. I may not look it, but I'm getting up there.
No, you look amazing.
Yeah, how old you think I look? How old you think I am? And don't worry, I don't get offended with shit like this. That's petty.
Man, that's gonna be a hard one. You know, you can't tell you Puerto Rican. You know, they all.
I'm Dominican, and Sicilian.
Puerto Rican, and Sicilian. Man, fuck, man.
Don't worry, just
I had to look closer at the damn camera.
Whatever comes to mind, quick.
I'm getting old too. I'm gonna say 37.
Oh, nice. I appreciate that. No, but Gary, do you
can't be
Gary, do you know how old I am?
I don't think so. Maybe like I would give you like maybe 42.
Yeah. 37 to 42, somewhere in that area.
I'll take it. I'm 48.
Oh, you the same age. Damn near. You're a little older than I, but not much.
Nope, I'm 48, 2 years from 50. So I gotta get my shit right. You know, I got more years behind me than I do in front of me.
Yeah, I was looking at reason that the I don't know, I didn't see any grays. That was first thing I was looking for.
I got grays. Trust me, I got grays. I gotta go get it done. I just gotta find the time for it.
I just turned 53 in January.
Oh, dope, man. Dope. We're all about the same age.
Look at you.
I'll be 47 in June.
This is June what?
10th.
That's hold on. That's
the
not
zodiac
a Cancer.
sign? Nope.
That's not. That's Gemini. Leo. Gemini. A Gemini. Oh Lord.
Oh, it's two of me in here. Everybody say it's two of me. I don't believe in none of that shit anyway, but it's two of me because I was a real nice guy until I started dating these ratchets and I had to become somebody else to protect myself.
And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I have a son and I don't want him to become jaded and make wrong decisions, because then I have to live with his decisions. You know, if he has a ratchet ass baby mama, then I got to deal with his ratchet ass baby mama because they got my grandbabies. I just want it to be a nice, graceful, loving experience.
Yeah, man, it's and it's tough out here. I thought I had it bad, you know.
It's even
I picked well with my kids' mothers. I picked well with my kids' mothers. My kids' mother, she wasn't a problem, and she told me because I actually left her. She told me, she was like, "You gonna see, buddy," and she was not lying.
Mm-hmm. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, guys, because it's 5:24. The game comes in an hour. So I want to give y'all the time to do what y'all got to do. But again, I appreciate Gary. Thank you for your consistent support. PA, I love it. Don't stop coming. And don't be trying to cut my shit off when Jay's here. You know, you said 50 and now you're trying to cut it off.
No, look,
But
he told me he said 25. I'm like, look, because I'm, like I need to stop giving motherfucking money because I need my money. I'm trying to expand my business. I got to start my whole YouTube channel. I got all the equipment. I got, I need to order a little bit more.
well, then you
stuff.
know what? Have your Nike moment and just do it.
Yeah. I have so much work to do. It's probably not gonna be up and running till the summer.
Okay, so you
But I
then,
got
if you don't want
so
to do
much
your
work to do.
YouTube channel, you can always sponsor others and just sit back and look at the fruits of,
Yeah.
and
But
enjoy.
then what I'm gonna do when it's time to do mine? Because I'm gonna do mine. I got a couple products I need to put out on the market, and they're already there. I gotta put up the web presence. I gotta redo the apps. Because I'm a computer programmer by trade. I gotta do all this crap, man. And I don't
While
know
you're
if you know
doing that, I'm still embracing. I'm out here trying to embrace people.
yeah, it's just so much to do, and I got I got a lot of stuff going on, but I'm gonna get it done.
All right. I'm gonna check in on you with that. So again, thank you guys for coming through. I still gotta do that Valentine's thing today. So that's gonna be interesting. Israel, I'm sorry you came late to the party. You gotta press the little bell. Everybody, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Israel, press the little bell notification bell so you know when I be coming on, because you be coming to the party when we're already drunk, fat, and full. And ready to go home. All right, guys. So peace. Go Phillies.
All right.
East Coast.
Bye.
Bye-bye.